have to happen at closing in terms of land transfer tax, different disbursements that these go there, here, there, everywhere that the lawyers typically deal with. But I'd like to move that to Jamie and Erlene as well. Talk about what happens at closing.
Okay, so closing costs, we typically advise clients to budget 1.5% of the purchase price for closing, and that'll include covering the lawyer's fees as well as land transfer tax.
Jamie's talked about 1.5% of the house cost should be considered for closing. So what is within the what does the buyer have to consider in terms of what those costs are?
Yeah, so again, the lawyer's fees, the disbursements, and then the land transfer tax.
That's the big one.
Yes, those are the big ones.
And you mentioned that's due upon closing. So I'm sorry if you
closing.
answered this, but I just saw it's. I understand. How does it work in terms of being combined with a mortgage? Can a buyer have that be part of the mortgage?
Thing.
Yeah.
It's due upon closing.
So
Can
no.
be combined.
Okay, so they need to come up with
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just to add, most lenders, practically all lenders, will want to see, in order to satisfy a condition that they have enough money, the client has enough money for their down payment and closing costs, they'll want to see that they have X amount of dollars for their down payment, as well as the 1.5% set aside for closing costs.
Okay, so you guys
have to show that
in your consultative work, you find out if they have those.
Exactly,
educate them. I try to educate people too in terms of land transfer tax.